Hello, hello! I did a 15 book pre-screen to CGC and it looks pretty promising because this is pretty heavy. So I think we did okay. So let me pull these out of here and let's just see what we got back. I think there's some great books in here. So you're going to love this one. Some of these books I've never actually owned before. So yeah, it's exciting. Let's go ahead and dig in. Alright, I'm not going to do this in any particular order. I'm just going to reach in here and see what we got. I'm just looking at my list of books that I included in this submission. Yeah, there's some very, very, very cool books in here, and it feels like we got a substantial amount of 9.8s out of that 15. So let's just look. Alright, first of all, here's the rejects. It's pretty light. 1 or 2 books probably. So that's good news. Okay, let me just grab the first one here. Obviously, you know this is a 9.8 all. Oh, okay. Pulled the big boy out right off the bat. This is a pretty expensive, valuable book in 9.8. And it got the white pages. I bought this book. It said it had some rust on the staples, but it turned out just to be like light surface rust. Comes right off. With a technique that I use. I call it a technique. You can learn how to do it in my cleaning and pressing community. It's very, very, very simple. Really anybody can do it. That's actually something I look for when I look for books to clean and press, is that rust. As long as it is not migrated to the paper, it's pretty dang simple to clean it up. Usually you can get, worst case scenario, you can clean it up 50%. Best case scenario, it comes off 100%. I would say on a book of this age, I usually get 95% of it off. And it looks natural. You're not doing any kind of restoration. There's no chemicals. No, I'm not using like sandpaper or whatever people might use. I'm not taking the staples out of the book. It's just a very simple dry cleaning technique that I use to get the rust off. So worked in this case. Book was perfect otherwise. And yeah, I mean, that is a pure black spine. Look at that. Perfect. Not one single color break on that puppy. I mean, I thought this thing was in the running for 9.9, honestly. But we'll be happy to get the 9.8, obviously. All right. Okay, yeah, next one. X-Men 244, newsstand. Book has a lot of value in 9.8. I think this was the last book I bought a year ago at Heroes Con, if I remember correctly. I got it in a kind of not a dollar bin, but it cost me about 20 bucks for it. And now it's a $800+ book, just with a simple clean and press. It was almost perfect sitting there in the box in a bag and board. Could not resist buying it because I knew how much value that would have in a 9.8. So let me just check it here for bend gate. That one looks good. Yep, no issues here. Slab looks pretty perfect. So that's good news. Let me check the other one as well, just to be sure. Yep, that's sitting in there good. Yep, no problems there. That's good news. All right. Okay. Man, they just keep getting better and better. Now, I don't believe this is my book, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is the only one in the submission that is not my book. He wanted the Gambit label. So I always know whenever I pull a book out that has a custom label, it's probably not my book. I'm just typically not into custom labels. Yeah, and I think he actually gave me a copy of this book that was almost identical as payment toward cleaning and pressing it. And this was the better centered of the two, so that's why I chose it to do for him. I mean, I like the labels. I just don't typically get them for my PC, and it kind of narrows your market when you're trying to sell a book. Some people just don't like them, but generally people that do like labels will still buy books without the custom, and they'll just send it back and get the custom label, right? Not the other way around. Okay, now that was what was contained in this one, so let's pull the other one out here. And try to keep this video, I've had some long videos lately. Sorry about that, I'm trying to keep the length down a little bit. You guys got better things to do than watch this old man playing with comic books all day long, right? Transformers number 32, 9.8, and this is, I bought a lot of 60 comics, Transformers, and I just been slowly submitting a few here and there, and it seems like every time I submit it, I get the 9.8. It was like probably one of the best purchases. I think I did a video on that lot of Transformers. And yeah, I've had a Transformers 50, several others that are in that $1,000 range as far as sales go. So yeah, we'll be happy to add that one too. Possibly the PC, possibly sell. It's not a high dollar one. I keep toying around with the idea of getting the entire run in 9.8, but it's at 80 bucks. I think I'm happy with the first 10. I don't need to go all the way. Oh, and right following it up is a number 47. Now, when you start getting that 40s, 50s, 60s, the print run goes down and the value should typically go up. But look at that beautiful artwork on there. Yeah, I mean, that's just pretty next level. I love these Transformers covers, late print run. It was just, check them out. I mean, go on online and just look at some of those late Transformers covers. X-Men number 96. Now, this is the second 9.8 I've gotten in the last month. This one got the white pages, though. The other one was off-white to white pages. So, man, that thing is just absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Can't get over how nice that book is. Sitting perfectly flat in that case. Good news on that front. Just keeps getting better and better, man. I've got Amazing Spider-Man 194 First Back Black Cat. And this book here had a little story behind it. Let me make sure this is the same one. Yeah, this is the one. This one I submitted as a pre-screen and it failed. And the book was so perfect, it was boggling my mind, but I got it back. And they had added a gouge right here, CGC. And they actually scuffed. This book is not as nice as when I originally submitted. It's still nice enough, obviously, to get the 9.8. But man, this thing was like almost 9.9 territory before they got their hands on it. And there's just so much of that happening lately. Not just CGC. My first couple PSA submissions had damaged books as well. And in fact, PSA had a little bit of Bengate issues going on and some scratches on the case, major Newton rings. So, man, there's just really no perfect options for getting books graded now. You just got to quality control them yourself and send them back when necessary. But yeah, I've probably eaten more money from CGC's. Let me turn this light off. I didn't realize that was on. I've probably eaten more, rather than going through the hassle, I've probably eaten more bad debt or whatever from CGC than most people probably spend on CGC in a year. It's just, but the amount of time it would take me to rectify the situation and reach out to them, I could press 2 more books and make more money, you know? Oh yeah, little homage cover there from Batman 423 by McFarlane himself, Spawn number 230. That book will probably sell instantly. This was given as payment as well. I believe he sent it to me as, I don't think it was raw, I think it was a 9.6. And literally just had to press it. I mean, it was already practically a 9.8. I could have got 9.8 the first time. I just put that finishing touch on it, basically, that the prior presser didn't, you know. Okay, Amazing Spider-Man 299. This one will be going in the PC. I have a 299 newsstand on the wall up there. But always glad to add as many of these Amazing Spider-Man McFarlane books to my PC as possible. I just hoard the things, man. This is my jam. These are the books that I collected when I was a kid. I had a subscription to Amazing Spider-Man, and this is one of them that came in the mail. Not this particular copy, but the first issue I got in the mail when most of you know this, was Amazing Spider-Man 298. What a hell of an issue to get for your first ever subscription book, you know, comic book. So I got the entire 298 through, I think 316 was my last one. Because it's in the collection. I don't think I have 317, so for whatever reason, that's how far my subscription ran. So what a beginning, what an end. But getting that 300 in, yeah, that was something special. I think my subscription was like $3 for first 12 issues. I don't even know back then. It was pretty hilarious. When you think about it now, it's pretty hilarious how inexpensive these books were. X-Men number 134. Beautiful yellow cover. Just absolutely love this Dark Phoenix issue. And we got the white pages on it as well. This one, let me just double check. I think, what did I get? I got this as, okay, I did get this as a 9.6. Yeah. And I actually have this as a borderline 9.698. It got the 9.8, obviously. Other than that, there's not really much going on with this book. I didn't put any notes. There's nothing. There's just accumulation of defects. Got it to that borderline level, but man, it looks every bit of a 9.8 as it sits right there. Trucking along here. These are some great books today. Wow. New Mutants 98, White Pages 9.8. That's about a $1,000 book now, maybe 900. It's come down a little bit. It's not the newsstand. But yeah, you can never go wrong with this book. I'm toying with the idea of keeping one of these copies. I want to find one that has like perfect centering and just, you know, like a 9.85 type thing. This one here, yeah, it's a strong 9.8. It's well within, you know, the parameters of close to, not toward 9.9, but better than your average 9.8. But I'll probably just go ahead and sell it. I'll take that 900 and buy 4 more copies of it and go again, you know. I just can't seem to help myself with trying to upgrade books lately. When I say lately, last 3 years. Amazing Spider-Man 309. This one's kind of hard to get in 9.8 in a newsstand. Now, I've gotten it several times in 9.8 direct, but I'm still looking for that newsstand copy. I do have, probably this is my 3rd or 4th copy in the PC. One's right there on the wall. But yeah, anytime I pick up anything in the McFarlane run, I get a good deal on it, and I think it has 9.8 potential. I got to pick it up. Now that one, if I remember correctly, I think I got this one at Collecticon from a gentleman. And yeah, glad we got, it's actually the one of 2 comic people there. He just happened to have some McFarlanes, and I think I've submitted 3 now and gotten 3 9.8s from his PC collection he bought on a stand. He was a one owner. Okay, we're not going to end on a weak note here. Not that any of these books are considered anything like that. But yeah, can't beat this one as far as, it's good to finally give DC some love. I know I'm very Marvel heavy, and a lot of you are asking for more DC. But yeah, First Teen Titans has a preview in this about them, but actually it's a 16-page, you know, story. So yeah, it's not like a cameo or anything like that. And you can see that right there on the front cover. But DC Comics presents 26. Anybody that's a Teen Titans fan, this is a must-have. This one will sell very quickly as well, I think. I don't know, this is a $700 or $800 book, not sure. It's not the newsstand, but it is White Pages, so that one will sell. All of these books here, when I sell them, are going to go fairly quickly. So that's it today. Thanks for watching. Stay nerdy. I'll see you in the next video.